Hi, good morning everybody. This is Gary Walker, the tree whisperer, and this is my friend Bodie. He's a really cool dog. So we're in this beautiful preserve area in North County, San Diego, called Harmony Grove, and it's a really large piece of land. It's a situation here that's dedicated, a foundation dedicated to teaching people about conscientious use of resources, the land, eco-psychology, and hydroponics and things like that. So that's where we're working today. It's run by a wonderful lady, very conscientious, that loves nature, the principle of Gaia. And so we're going to be working around the house here and just clearing a lot of this brush here. Go ahead, Bodie. And because it's very thick around the house, so we want to make it safe in case there's a fire situation. About 2 years ago, a horrific fire came through here and burned her main house down to the ground. Very tragic. So this is a smaller house a little farther away. So she wants to be feel a little safer, that there's not a tremendous amount of fuel or brush around the house. So I'm going to clear out. We've got a lot of oaks, native oaks here, coast live oaks, Quercus agrifolia. So I'm going to clear a lot of this stuff out here. We'll thin out, get some of the underbrush out of here. I'll lace out the oaks, and by the time I get done with this, at least around the house here, it's going to look really beautiful, and it'll still have a nice natural look and feel, but it'll be a lot safer, way less fuel as well. So I'm going to get to work right now, so we'll see you in a little bit after we make some progress. Thank you. Okay, keep it going. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm restructuring the tree. So as you've seen in my other videos, the first thing I do is I go through and I actually I shape the tree, I restructure it. So I start from large to small. So any branches that I feel don't conform to the vision that I have, I remove all of those. Then I'll come back later, a second and third time, and I'll do the fine tuning by lacing out the tree. So removing these large branches is just part of the restructuring. This is a coast live oak, Quercus agrifolia. Beyond there, about 3/4 of a mile, is a beautiful mountain range. We've got all this underbrush here, fire hazard. I'm in the middle of clearing this, but I'm going to remove this large branch. I just want to point this out to you as an object lesson. It's a large one, but it's too low, and it doesn't conform to the vision of the canopy that I have ultimately. So when I take this away and this away, not only am I going to beautify the canopy when I get done lacing it, I'm also going to bring in a beautiful view to yonder mountain. So there's a method to the madness here. So you can see, as always, when it's a major branch, I always do the undercut, then the overcut, then I cut the little stub off right here. That's so we don't rip the bark going down the tree. It's very, very important. So here we go. Okay, now we'll come back a little later once we've got this cleared out, and I'm coming through the second time, and then you'll be able to A-B. So you see it now? Remember what I told you about the branch being gone, view to the mountain, all the fire brush gone away? We'll come back in a little bit and have a look at it. Thank you. Post-World War II, it went off the charts. Hi everybody, come on into my office, pull up a chair. We're going to take a little tour through this oak grove that was nothing but a mass of chlorophyll and leaves and weeds and everything. So you can see it's greatly opened up now, and we're also having a nice opportunity to look at these incredibly beautiful coast live oaks. These are Quercus agrifolia. So we're going to take a little tour through this. I'll put my pole down. And come on, so just follow me. We'll just have a look. Look at this beautiful tree right here. This was a total mess before. So numerous cuts. I took off, remember the restructuring part? I took off all the large branches first, so I went through took all the big branches for structure. Then I went through the second time to do the fine tuning and get the little twigs and other things off. So they're all nicely opened up. This one's a beauty right here. Beautiful. So, you know, in 10, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 years, these trees will be 2-3 times bigger. Like they say with oaks, oaks grow 100 years, they live 100 years, and they die 100 years. So these are meant to last for centuries. So come on, let's have a look down here. We have this final oak right here. And then Nate, if you kind of flip around, now you can get the back side of those. Let's kind of rotate and you can see those oaks that we just walked past. And we left a couple of corridors over here to look up into the mountains here. So you can see I took out a number of these big native toyones here to open up that nice vista view to the yonder mountains there. So kind of like a painting, you want to have foreground, middle ground, and background. So that mountain, which is, I don't know, a mile away, half a mile away, comes into the view really nicely as you walk down this really nice area. So I'm envisioning at some point the owner could put, like, you know, a couple of al fresco, like Italian tables, you know, like the Godfather here, having dinner with 20 to 30 people, twinkle lights, maybe a hammock or something like that. It's such a beautiful, inviting area now. Okay, top of the day to you, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a wrap-up tour. We're walking on the top side now where the house is, so we're going to be looking down. Before we were looking down that swale, which is probably 15 feet below grade here. So let's have a look at it now as we go this way. Now this tree right here, you can see that huge 12-inch stump that I cut. That literally came right here. That was right here. So as you came out these doors, it was like right in your face. It's like, dude, get out of my face, please. So I took that off, I restructured the tree. I left 3 prongs there because odd numbers are best, 3, 3, 5, 7. So we have the 3 prongs. And if you kind of crouch down a little bit there, Mr. Nate, you can see peek through to the mountains. So we opened it up so we got a nice little view to the mountains. And we'll come on down here. And you can see this just opens up really nice here as we go along here. You see all the beautiful architecture of the oaks. You couldn't see any of this stuff before. And I'll just let Nate finish up the picture here, but now this is a gorgeous reclaimed space. Okay, all right, thank you ladies and gentlemen for tuning in. That's a wrap on another episode of Gary Walker, the Tree Whisperer. Today we were doing a riparian oak grove that was engulfed in 50 years worth of native growth, so we took care of business there. We have a nice view of the mountains behind me there, and I want to thank you for tuning in. Please tell your friends and family about this, the educational videos that we do on trees and gardens. And if you would kindly click the subscribe button, be a subscriber to my YouTube channel, that would be fabulous. Tell your friends and family about it. We love having you watch these. We get a lot of comments from people. They're grateful and appreciative of the information that we put on YouTube. And a lot of people say it's kind of done in a fun, natural way. And a few people have even said, hey, you got to sell this to HGTV. You got to have a show on HGTV called the Tree Whisperer. That'd be fabulous. Maybe I got to phone him in on that one. I'm going to let Nate close this out. Thank you, Nate.